Hi, so I am absent Wednesday, March 10th. I have a dentist appointment smack dab in the middle of the day, so I will not have Zoom. Here's this video to kind of explain the assignment. You have been looking and analyzing information about the Texas winter storm for Monday and Tuesday. So now today you're going to actually apply that information. You're going to create a poster. So you have 5 major kind of topics to make sure that you are talking about. As you are answering these 5 different portions, your answers must show that you are in high school. I know, it's a big deal actually. They should show that you have actually looked into the topic, which is what we did Monday and Tuesday. So your answers cannot just be like, oh, I feel this, or I think that. Like at this point, it's like, no, this is what's really happening, and you need to be able to have that conversation with me, okay? These are pretty much one-sided conversations. You need to write enough so that I know, you know, what's been going on. Because guys, this is really like the whole point to world geography. The discussion of natural resources and the accessibility and how people are getting their needs met. Bam, that's like the whole idea that we're, really focusing on for this course. So let's go ahead and look at the 5 big portions that you need to answer. So number 1, the problem. Well, what was the problem? We had freezing temperatures and we weren't ready for it. So what did that mean to people? A lot of people died, unfortunately. They had a lot of really hard times trying to stay warm. We had a hard time, finding food, and just like we were locked down basically. We didn't have the ability to go and drive. So those, what I just said, are topics. You need to actually explain them, okay? I am not looking for a huge essay, but all of these should probably have about 5 sentences to kind of explain what you're doing. 5 sentences. The people responsible. What company is responsible for our electricity? What group of people are supposed to kind of be in charge of them? The effect on humans. This is where you kind of can talk about your experience, but also make sure that you're talking about how many people died, like how many families were affected. How can, us humans prepare for another winter storm? So if we have one next year, what do we need to make sure that your family need to have in place in order to prepare for that? The next one is, how does this affect the economy? How did the stores look right before, during, and after the winter storm? Were the shelves replenished right away? Why or why not? Why would that have been a problem? Then number 5, the future, which is probably the most important portion of all of this, because when you guys turn 18, you need to have an opinion on what's going on, and you need to kind of be able to go vote and say what you think. And I want you to be educated when you do that. So what needs to be done in the future to prevent such a catastrophe? Is it all going to be ERCOT's responsibility to figure it out? Do we need to regulate that? Should congressmen, do they need to be held accountable for it too? Because, we saw that one little video that said that we had a winter storm in 2011. We were supposed to winterize the grid, but we didn't. So who do we blame for that? What happens when it comes to those kind of things that we could have prevented this, but we didn't. We let it slide. Should taxes be raised to help winterize the grid? Everything costs money, and is that going to be money well spent if we take time now to do it, even though we may not have another winter storm for another 10 years? On the next slide, it shows you kind of what I'm looking for. So we have a poster. On this one is perfect. It has the 5 little dimensions and images, okay? Notice how there's images, it's organized, there's color. So this is what I am looking when I am looking at your poster. You are going to create another slide. Please put it at the top to make it easier for me so I can just open it and see it. And then you are going to answer all of these questions. So I am anticipating that you are starting to work on this tomorrow, but then you might need Thursday to kind of do your last little touches to it. If you finish, make sure that you are submitting any late work. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Be safe. Bye.